Alright lads, and before we get into the video, I just want to say a big thanks to Ian Graham, who does leave these positive comments on a regular basis. He says, great to see another episode of the Rangers career mode, great to see you progress in the Champions Cup, but big shame about the Morelos contract negotiations, keep up the great work. And yeah, just positive comments like that really do, help me keep going on, keep motivated. So yeah, I might do these regularly if I keep getting positive comments like that. So yeah, let's get into the video. Alright lads, and welcome back to another episode of my Rangers career mode. This is episode 39, and start things off, we do have a few players leaving the club. Alexic, one of our first signings of the whole career mode, Alnwick, Molt and Jason Holt have all left. So that was Deadwood we weren't playing with because they're all over 23, or they started off less than 23 years old, I think. Anyway, Alexic maybe not, but we sold them anyway. And we simmed that game against St Johnstone, we drew 1 each. Pereira got a goal, and home to Kilmarnock, we'll expect to win this. Askakabar puts us up 1-0 in the 5th minute, and there we go, 3-0, easy win. Anderson and Edwards coming up with a goal, and Watson actually missing a penalty, so not too good for him there. But we're going to get into the next game, and we are going to change to a 3-5-2 formation. It's just, I feel as if we weren't creating enough chances. Even though we were winning games, we weren't creating enough chances with the 4-4-1-1, so I've changed to the 3-5-2, and Science, Alderete and Delight at the back, hoping to create more chances, and we created plenty this game as we hit the bar in the first 10 minutes with Morelos there. Pereira then picks the ball up, gives it to Morelos then plays it through to Ponce. Ponce goes through 1-on-1, has a shot and puts that one by the keeper for his first goal for Rangers. This is us in January, and it's his first goal. We signed him in August. That is crazy. I didn't actually know. I thought he'd scored before this, like maybe a tap-in or something, but it turns out he hasn't. And before this I was thinking he was just as bad as Mayoral. If you remember Mayoral from last season, he was just hopeless. He scored 1 goal and it was a tap-in, so yeah. But we're 1-0 up, 17th minute. Ross County on the attack, they come down the left side, swing it in, back post, there they are to put that one by Dragovski in the goal. And it's 1 each. I don't know how you pronounce that name. Sodland, probably like Finnish or something, but not the best of. We didn't react very well to our goal. We didn't stay focused enough to not concede right after our goal, and that's exactly what we did. Ross County with a good response, and then back in the game, 22nd minute, Ponce picking it back up, having a shot outside the box, smacking it off the bar. And it seems as if he's picking up a bit of form now. Matheus Pereira gives it through to Ponce. Ponce with a fake shot. And there we go, his second goal of the game, second goal for the club, and he really looks like a new man in this new formation. Maybe it's just they didn't like playing one up top, he needs to have a strike partner with him, but the front three, Ponce, Morelos and Pereira, those three are really, like as a triangle, they're really doing well in this game so far from trying the 3-5-2. I think I've tried the 3-5-2 before, but I didn't stick with it. I'm not sure why, because it's definitely turned out for the better case in this game anyway. Ponce now in the ball, swinging it in back post. Morelos is there with the header, and it goes into the back of the net. But Ponce celebrated for some reason because it ended up being an own goal. Yeah, the defender headed it into his own net, which Morelos was probably there to score it anyway. But the Ross County defender wanted to get his name in the score sheet. Unfortunately for him, it is in the wrong end of the pitch, and now we've just extended our lead to 2 goals on Ross County, and surely not any way back for Ross County, especially at Ibrox. 2 goals up, you'd think there wouldn't be a way back for them, but as you can see, it was a pretty good header posted in. Like if I was a striker, I'd be proud of that one. But Ponce now on the ball in the second half, start of the second half, 1-2 with Morelos, done a fake shot, gets tackled at the edge of the box, and it is a free kick. And Ponce, he's going to go for his hat-trick. He's going to be taking this free kick. He won the free kick, he's going to be taking it. And we will see the outcome, line it up, have a pop at goal. What a beauty of a free kick that was by Ponce, getting his hat-trick, 3 goals in his career for Rangers and 3 goals in this game. That is mad, and he just goes and bags a 4th. Like, what is this man on? Is he just like found that his boots were in the wrong feet the first half of the season or something like that? I don't know, but we're 5-1 up, make that 6-1 as Discord whips in a brilliant ball, and Ben Anderson is there to get a goal. The smallest man in the park scores a header. So there we go, 6-1, and yeah, 2 similar goals to end the game off, 5th and 6th. Spoiler alert, there's not going to be any more goals in this game. Sorry, not this episode, this game. We do win at 6-1. I think there was enough goals. Ponce with 4. That'll be him like up the SPFL top scorers chart, and that's only 4 goals. But we're gonna go with sliders now. Tech is for life commented asking, do you use sliders? So I mean that kind of resulted in him asking if I could use sliders, something like that. So yeah, these are the stats I'm using. I went too quick to actually read them out, but I have altered them in the CPU's favour if it does continue to get a bit too easy, because I mean 6-1 against Ross County, when the Rangers ever do that? Not very often. If it does continue to get quite easy, then I will alter it in the CPU's favour even more. So we're going to go into this game against Hibs, a tough game to test out this new slider, you know, option. Not new option, but experiment, if you would like to say. It's a tough game away to Hibs, and John McGinn, who's a top goal scorer in the SPFL, he should have scored there, and that would have made him tied with Morelos. Ponte gets played through, tries a chip, thought he was offside, that's why I tried the chip. Turns out he wasn't, the keeper saved it and palms it straight out to Morelos, and yeah, so Morelos bags his name on the goal scoring sheet for this game, and you thought it was offside, but the right back for Hibs was keeping Ponce onside, just onside. I checked it, and obviously if he was offside, then the game's gonna call it, because the game's not gonna get an offside decision wrong. So yeah, Hibs now in the attack. Swanson goes through, gives it to Stokes, but Science makes a great block in there to put it out for a corner, but it didn't come to anything. But now a corner for us in the second half. Van Moorseel coming on for Pereira, almost making that 2-0, but the defender clears it off the line. Now in the 65th minute, Morelos playing a 1-2 with Watson. Watson going through, hits that, and puts that by the keeper into the bottom corner, and puts us 2-0 in the lead against Hibs. What a great way to, you know, start the new sliders off. And yeah, maybe I do need to adjust them more. I'll see how the Champions League, I'll see how we do in the Champions League, because then that will be the real test. Whether we've just got too good a team to compete with the SPFL nowadays, that might be the case. But now Stokes in the ball for Hibs again, gives it to Swanson. Swanson give it back to Arneson, up to Yang Ho Eek. Eek then swings it in, and it hits the post from Vera. Then Alderete with a terrible touch. Don't know who that was, but Yang Ho Eek gives it into Stokes. He hits the bar, and then Jagowski gets the save, and that was just crazy. Hit the post. They missed like 2 sweaties pretty much right there. Vera now in the ball gives it to Stokes. Stokes turns and puts that one top bins. Nothing I could have really done about that, apart from earlier in the play I gave away possession. That's the only thing I could have done to stop it. But Stokes gets the goal, but it's the 90th minute, so not enough time for Hibs to come back. As you can see, it gets switched to Henry. Henry goes by his man, gets tackled, and that's going to be full time. So lucky that we held off Hibs and got that second goal, or Hibs could have equalised in the last minute. That would have been really not good for us. But going into this next game, simmed away to Ross County, and we do sim it, and we lose 2-1. Eckhart and Draper scoring for them, and Morelos scoring for us. And the title race is getting a bit more, you know, exciting. As you can see, Alfredo Morelos is going to leave at the end of the season to West Bromwich Albion. They're going to need a striker if they are doing as bad as they are in real life in this game, because, or as bad as they are in the game as they are in real life, if that makes sense, because they're not winning any games at the moment in real life. So Morelos will probably get some goals for them, but as you can remember last episode, he did reject transfer negotiations. So we're going to try and get a new striker at the end of this episode, as we are in the January transfer window. And yes, so on to this game against Kilmarnock. Discord playing up to Ponce. Ponce 1-2 with Morelos, getting it back, going 1-on-1 and banging it into the top bins. And how many goals? We've scored 3 or 4 goals already this episode, just with a 1-2. The player making a forward run from either cam or striker, and that, I think that's the real difference, because beforehand it would have just been a centre attacking mid and a striker, and you know, not like only 2 players. I know you only need 2 players to make a 1-2, but you've got for the 3-5-2, you've got another player making that run, you know, distracting the other defender. So that, I think that is a big help for us in attacking. Ponce going through now, having a shot, probably could have run in there, but he hits that one off target. Now Edwards on the ball and defends, doing his defensive duties, getting interception so Kilty doesn't come and get it for Kilmarnock. He runs forward, gives it in the middle to Askakabar. Askakabar plays it first time to Ponce. Ponce back to Edwards. Edwards plays it over the top to Morelos. Morelos on the volley, and that was not far away from the top corner at all. Now Watson on the ball in the 56th minute, runs forward by his man fairly easy, gets tackled, but it comes to Morelos. He gives it to Ponce. Ponce then plays it through to Science. Science all the way up there. Big man's got a nosebleed, but he puts that one in the back of the net and gets us a 2-0 lead against Kilmarnock. And both games against Hibs and Kilmarnock so far have been quite like a carbon copy. You know, we've went 1-0 up in the first half, and then we've made it 2-0 with a kind of similar goal, you know, hitting it to the right of the keeper after playing our player through. So yeah, maybe. And Science, I mean, Science obviously didn't score last game. I don't know what it was doing up there. Oh, in fact, Edwards was back there, so Science probably went up. I don't know. That was just good play by Science, going up when he knows he should. Kilmarnock now going through, having a good chance. Dragowski making a good save there. Erwin now on the ball, gives it into Thomas. Thomas turns with it, and he's looking for an option, gives it to Erwin. Erwin then runs into the box, has a shot, but it's a simple save for Dragowski. It's front post. Erwin now on the ball. Erwin's got a lot of action this last few minutes. Alderete gets the ball off him, plays it through to Bierman. Bierman shows great acceleration to get by Erwin and give it up to Morelos. Morelos gives it up to Ponce. Ponce with a fake shot, now going through one-on-one with the keeper, but he's not greedy, gives it on to Silva to get a goal, and there we go, 3-0, and that is a game buried in the bag. 3 points in the bag, and I'm just going to end it on that dab, because you don't dab in 2018 anymore. I mean, they should take that out of the game, because it's more cringy than anything just sitting dabbing. So yeah, we win that game 3-0. Good result against Kilmarnock. And now we're going to go into some transfer negotiations. Sorry, I can't get my words out there. But Blizzard Boy did say to sign Solanke and Tyler Roberts. I did look at both of them. Solanke seemed the better option, and we do go in from overall 78, so that's about the same as Morelos. But I offered 12.5 million, they wanted 13.7. So there we go, into our personal negotiations, and we offer important first team player. They want 2 years, I say 3 years, they accept that. Disregard the release clause, but then they want 30.4 million. I just I'll accept that, right? Because that would be some profit that we do make if we do it. If someone does come in for his release clause, we then offer 85k on the wage, and then they come in with 69k. So I'm like, all right, sound, that's 16k less. And yeah, so we get Solanke, and now we're going in for Hildeberto Jose Castelo Potense, right? That's another centre back, and we're going to offer a swap player. We're going to try and Shane Scott, because I tried him as a youth player and he was just really poor. So I would prefer a good centre, well, what looks like to be a good centre back in, but they don't want him, they want a right back. So I offer Nyambe, who I did sign from, it was either Kilmarnock, I think it was Kilmarnock I signed him from, so he'll be going back to Kilmarnock, as he's not really made too many appearances this season. But they want 2 million as well, so no, 2.2 million, so offer 2 million and get him. Now into the wage offers, and Podense, important first team player, 5 years, disregard the release clause, and we offer him 6k, I do think, and then 200k signing on bonus, and there you go, they're happy with that. So that is it. So that's the end of deadline day now, and we have signed 2 players, Solanke and Podense. I think that's his name anyway. So but next episode, we'll have St Johnstone, Partick, Hamilton and Celtic on the league, and Bayer Leverkusen in round 16 in the Champions Cup. So if you guys did like the video, please do leave a like, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.